Hello, and welcome to the CINCILINGUA membership lesson video. My name is Joe, and today we'll be talking about personal care. Personal care, things like combing your hair, brushing your teeth, using soap and hot water, for example. And we begin with a trip to the drugstore or the cosmetic counter in a bigger store. Where you might buy, for example, a toothbrush to brush your teeth. The toothbrush is what we use to brush our teeth. They say you should brush your teeth at least twice a day with a quality toothbrush. That's very important, of course, if you want to preserve your teeth. And we put toothpaste on the toothbrush. As it says here, there are many types, many flavors and styles of toothpaste: mint, cinnamon, baking soda, paste, and gel. To be honest, I wondered if there's such a difference between all the different types. I don't know. Maybe there is. Some toothpaste manufacturers claim that their product will whiten your teeth. I don't know how often you'd have to use the toothpaste for that to happen, but and some toothpaste has mouthwash added, mouthwash for your breath. Although many people find that just using the toothpaste helps your breath. Of course, it's always good to brush your teeth after you eat. And I think that's all I need to say about that. I'm sure you know all about that. But now, one thing I don't like personally is dental floss. Here's an example. Jack's dentist told him to use dental floss every day to clean between his teeth. That for me is painful. It actually hurts. Dental floss is the long, stringy, like a string that you put between your teeth, like this. And I find that it's very difficult to do. It hurts a lot. Do you use it? Do you use dental floss? Now you can buy mint flavored dental floss at the drugstore, different flavors of dental floss. For me, that wouldn't help very much. Mouthwash. In addition to brushing your teeth, many people use mouthwash to have fresh breath. Here in the example, there's an interesting word. Many people gargle with mouthwash to freshen their breath. Do you know gargle? When you drink something and make that sound in your throat to get the liquid around your mouth. And you want to do that, of course, with mouthwash. You want to gargle. The second example is after Ross ate garlic bread, he needed to gargle with mouthwash. It's probably a good idea. Although I love garlic, so I guess I should use plenty of mouthwash, huh? And of course, when we take a shower or a bath, we use soap. Soap is not to be confused with soup. I've heard that many times from students. We eat soup, chicken soup or vegetable soup. Soap is what we use to wash our body with, okay? And people with allergies cannot use scented soap to wash their face. They might have a reaction. Soap with moisturizers prevents dry skin. Do you prefer soap with moisturizers or without? For me, the kind of soap with moisturizers leaves a feeling of a film, we call it, a film on the surface of my skin, and I don't like that. I want to feel that clean feeling. But some people think it helps their skin to use a soap with moisturizers. Lotion. Lotion is a liquid that you put on your skin. For example, in the winter, Wilma uses lotion in the winter because her skin becomes dry in cold weather. Sunscreen is a type of lotion that prevents sunburn. So people apply sunscreen to keep the sun's rays from burning their skin when they go to the beach or lay out in the sun at the pool. Do you use sunscreen usually? Many people do, again, to prevent sunburn. Deodorant. Sure, Right Guard, Degree, and Secret are examples of deodorants. Deodorants prevent body odor. Of course, you can buy just a deodorant. You can buy an antiperspirant, or you can buy a product which is both, antiperspirant deodorant. What does antiperspirant mean? Perspire is the English word for when you sweat, when you have water form on your skin, that's sweat. It's also to perspire is the synonym. So antiperspirant is supposed to prevent that. Where I live, it gets hot and humid in the summer and very cold in the winter. So I like to use a product that's both an antiperspirant deodorant. Perfume, cologne, aftershave. Maria wears perfume when she goes dancing with her boyfriend. Many men put on cologne when they get out of the shower. Notice our pronunciation is close to the French, cologne. And a lot of people use aftershave on their skin after they shave. After they shave, they put on aftershave to protect the skin or make it feel better. And it usually has a nice smell. The problem is some people are allergic to these smells. So what do you do? I don't like the smell of these perfume or cologne. I prefer not to smell anything at all, because I think I have a little bit of an allergic reaction to the perfume or the cologne that the other person is wearing. So it smells nice, I suppose, but it can also cause problems for other people with breathing. Razor. Razor is the part of that you use to shave with. Sometimes it refers to just the metal part that cuts, but sometimes it refers to the whole, like in the picture, an electric razor, or if you use a traditional razor to shave. Kathy shaved her legs this morning with an electric razor. Herman cut himself yesterday with his razor while he was shaving. And this is one of those things I don't like about my morning routine, is that I have to shave every day. And I was told a long time ago that a lot of men don't like to shave, that it's the worst part of their morning routine. I usually cut myself. If it's a little cut, we call it a nick. And we use the word as a verb also. I nicked myself. I nicked myself with a razor. What about you? Do you mind shaving in the morning, or do you shave? Or if you're a woman, maybe periodically you have to shave your legs. But men shave their face every day if they want to look clean cut, I guess. Of course, many men have beards, so they don't need to shave every day. Do you like it? If you're a man, do you like the process of shaving in the morning, or do you dislike it, or it doesn't make any difference? It helps to use shaving cream. Shaving cream that you apply to your skin makes shaving easier. But there's also shaving gel, G-E-L, gel. And I prefer that for some reason. It helps more than the shaving cream. So now it's very common for people to buy shaving gel. Makeup. Many women wear makeup to emphasize their facial features. Examples of makeup would be lipstick, blush, foundation, mascara, eyeshadow, and eyeliner are types of makeup. Blush is an interesting one. People, usually women, apply it to their skin to give the skin a little color, reddish color, because when you're embarrassed, you blush. When you turn red, you blush. When we talk about makeup, blush is what gives your cheeks a little bit of a red color. So we won't go through this conversation, but it's interesting because a man is going to buy makeup for his wife, and she gave him a list, so he doesn't have much difficulty. But it can be hard for a man to buy makeup for a woman. I don't know, if you go to the store and you buy makeup for someone else, it can be a little difficult if you don't know much about it. So before we talk about these questions for discussion, I want to say something about the morning routine. The morning routine. That's what you do every morning. It's your routine. Do you do it happily? Is it difficult for some reason? I think because I'm still tired when I wake up. For a while, it's a little difficult. And I don't really like the morning routine, but it's something I have to do. As I said, many men don't like to shave, but if they don't want to have a beard, they have to shave. So what do you think of your morning routine? If you're frustrated or bored with it, does it help to change the order? Maybe shower first and then shave, or shave first and then shower? And for discussion, do you use lotion on your skin to make it soft and preserve your skin as you grow older? I don't know if these work. I tend to be skeptical. But sometimes, if it's not a question of looking younger, but just of feeling better for skin irritations, for example, lotion can help. Lotion can help. Do you use many other toiletries? Toiletries are those things that you clean yourself with. that you wash yourself with. Those are called toiletries. Are there some that you use that we haven't spoken of? Do you use a hair dryer to dry your hair? To tell you the truth, after I wash my hair, I just comb it and let it dry, but many people prefer to use a hair dryer. What type of shaving cream do you use? Do you use a cream or a gel? Which one do you prefer? And do you use an electric razor? Remember, razor is what cuts the whiskers, we call them, the little hair on your skin, whiskers. We use the razor to cut those whiskers to shave. Where would you go to buy toothpaste in your city? Here we go to any supermarket or little market. They usually have toothpaste. Do you wear perfume or cologne? If you do, what brand? L'Oreal or Versace, I think, puts out a cologne, produces a cologne and perfume. Do you pay attention to the different brands? Are you particular about the kind of perfume that you wear or the cologne that you apply? As I said, I find the morning routine of getting ready every day to be a little difficult. And I do it. I think when I was a teenager, it didn't bother me, or a young man, but now I think, oh, I've done this many times. Here we go again. Here we go again. There's an idiom. So many mornings I think, why do I have to do this every morning? Do you feel that way? Or are you just happy to get up and get ready for work? How long does it take you to prepare in the morning, to get ready, we say, to get ready to go to work? I need an hour to do all the things I need to do to be ready to go to work. But some people get ready very quickly. I think, again, when I was younger, I would roll out of bed and just roll out of bed and go to my bathroom and get ready and leave all in a half an hour. But now it takes longer. Are there little things you do in your morning routine besides shave and shower? Do you apply the lotions or the perfume or the cologne? Where would you go to buy toothpaste? Of course, you can buy it at just about any supermarket or little market. Toothpaste. Do you have a favorite brand of toothpaste? What do you want your toothpaste to do? To whiten your teeth, or just to clean them, or to give you fresh breath? How do you feel about the morning routine? What if you're off from work? Do you shave? Do you still shave in the morning if you're off from work? Some people don't. And I think on some days when I'm not going to see anybody, I don't necessarily shave either. If you're like me and you're bored with the morning routine, what can you do to improve it or change it? This is an interesting question. Some people put on music. A big part of my morning routine is having my coffee. And to tell you the truth, I drink espresso coffee every morning because I wanted something strong. In fact, before I shower and shave and all of those things for getting ready for work, I prefer to have my cup of coffee first. And we make many jokes in the United States about don't talk to me before I've had my first cup of coffee, or I'm not responsible for my actions before I have my first cup of coffee. Do you have similar jokes in your country? Do people's moods change because they had coffee? They drank coffee? I think in my case it helps, especially like I said, espresso because it's stronger. But maybe I'm just a coffee addict. Are there other things you do in your morning routine that we haven't mentioned here? Do you try to do some exercises when you get out of bed? Is that part of your morning routine? Yeah, so those are some thoughts about getting ready in the morning. There should be a way to make it more enjoyable, I think, but we have to do it every day, especially if we're going to be going out in public. So that's about personal care. Are there other things, though? We've talked about toiletries, the things you apply or use to get ready, makeup and antiperspirant deodorant. What else do you think qualifies as personal care? What's important for you to take care of yourself? I know people that instead of a shower, take a long hot bath at night to help them relax. A bath, it's different from a shower. I like standing in the shower. I have to be careful not to spend too much time in the shower because it's so nice to have the warm water falling on me. But as I said, the shaving part, I wish I could eliminate that. Grow a long beard. Yeah, what else do you do in your morning routine? Do you have the radio on when you're getting ready for work? Are you listening to the news or the traffic report? Or are you listening to music? Some mornings it's difficult for me to get going. So some songs, some music will help me to feel energized in the morning in addition to my espresso. So it does help to listen to music when trying to go through your morning routine. So what are your preferences? What do you do every morning? Some people shower in the morning before they go out anywhere. Some people shower at night to be ready, sleep a little longer the next day and still be ready for work. Do you think it's important to brush your teeth twice a day? Or do you think it's important but you don't do it? I have to remind myself in the evening. In the morning, no problem. It's part of my routine. But in the evening, I have to remind myself that I need to shave. Have you tried using dental floss? As I said, I think it hurts. It's painful to use it. These are some of the things that are very common to everybody for getting ready in the morning. Part of my routine is washing my hair. I wash my hair every day, but some people say you shouldn't do that. But I do. I want it to be fresh, to feel fresh, for everything to be fresh, including how my hair is. So, at any rate, these are some things about personal care, and I thought it would be good to mention, especially the morning routine. So I hope that you were able to get some vocabulary and idiomatic expressions out of what I was talking about. It's just natural that in the US, in US English, we use a lot of idioms, a lot of expressions. So, well, I hope, as I said, that this was helpful, and I want to wish you a good day. So thank you. Thank you for joining our CINCILINGUA membership program, and have a wonderful day.